like Paca Machiavelli. Hey, I got money in the fast, but you got man violate. Goose split your cock like a pop can. When I'm going in the booth, I won't stop, man. Keep going, Van Gogh, we don't stop, man. Put the best clothes on in your brand new shoes. It was the ladies first. Now all the haters amused. I do's what I do's, I do's what I does. It don't matter if you're vice, looking for crib, gang, or blood. I know you didn't heard, but fuck what you heard. I got the DPB 30 deep posted up on the curb. That's the word, a lesson we'll learn. I'm about to be the king in the streets, my position was earned.
I come in with a bang, I'm gonna go out with a bang. Flame that went hard in the tank. Come in with a bang, I'm gonna go out. Flame that went hard in the tank. We go.
Oh, look at that.
Stupid, stupid, hard. We go stupid, stupid, hard. We go stupid, stupid, hard. We go stupid, stupid.
He resilient around here. But we gonna give y'all some of this Cali hoodies so you can blow on you something.
I'm gonna take you high. I make that big cock at that vibe. It's that real shit we back outside. I'm gonna take you high.
Come on.
I'm feeling so good today. I'm blowing that Cali haze.
Back outside, hey, straight to the stage. Blowing Cali haze on this bright sunny day. No other place gets you hype like this. Sound checking lights on this mic like this. Bass so raw, hitting bottoms like a saw. Got them going off, if I said it, then it's law. Enforced security is hectic at the door. VIP bracelets selling off the dance floor. Picture section popping, so we blaze. West up fire blowing Cali haze. Gotta remind you, put you in the day. Packing out this bitch, ain't leaving no space. Real Cali good, big back for the Kit Kat. You can pick that. Cali haze, get a bit sack. Make sure we get you high when you hit that. Cali hot when we blazing, yeah, I miss that.
It's that real shit we back outside. I'm gonna take you high.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so good today. I'm blowing that Cali haze.
Put that side back and let's ride. It's that real shit we back outside. We gon' take you higher, cause we keep the fire. Feeling good today, blowing Cali haze. In the cut, got us embody feminine energy. Longevity flying high, we living days. Good vibrations and the salutations. Every time we blow, it's a hit and a make it. Radio stations checking in with the queens, cause we still getting paper by any means. Rolled up so deep when they see the team. Miss Soy, Miss Storm came and kill the scene. All night long, back into it, get it. Cali haze in the air, we in every city. Summer vibe, summer dress, looking so pretty. I'ma take you real high when you're rolling it. Let go.
Make that big cock at that vibe. It's that real shit we back outside. I'm gonna take you high. I'm feeling so good today. I'm blowing that Cali haze. I'm gonna take you high. Make that big cock at that vibe. It's that real shit we back outside. I'm gonna take you high. I'm feeling so good today. I'm blowing that Cali haze. Yeah. Yeah.
We have a mix of this world today.
Yeah, we're gonna bring one. I'm gonna bring one, this one out, and then we're gonna get started.
Yeah. Now we both in the kitchen, serving the whipping, trying to make sure we both get fed. Pray to God that we get right, drinking this moonshine every night, trying to get Trizzy bread. You know that I'm gonna hold you down. Be a fool to be playing around. Yeah. Ain't nobody else on me, twin flame, you my only, but I hope you heard what I said. I don't wanna go. But you're a bandit in these streets, and I'm a bandit. And I can barely get no sleep, come to a crossroads. You got the shoes where you wanna be. You say you love me, but will you change for me? Look, baby, please, I don't wanna leave. Not change come with time. Right now I'm on the grind. I don't need your feelings right now. I'm on the grind. I'm trying to run it up for this future that you want. So I'm chasing 6 figures so I can get you what you want. You want a man on his grind, or mine want a bum. You want a one who stack your corner, or one who saving crumbs. Or make up your mind, cause they up on the mission. Yeah, I'm willing to change, but right now I need it. But you're a bandit in these streets, in and out the band down. I can barely get no sleep, so to a crossroads. Baby, you gotta choose where you wanna be. And say you love me, but will you change for me? Baby, please, I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna get the phone call, you outlining right now. Ain't putting money on your books or accepting collect calls. You running these streets while your queen's all alone. Don't leave me to raise these kids on my own. I spend too much time building this home to let the judge come and take you off of your throne. But you're a bandit in these streets, in and out the band now. And I can barely get no sleep, it's time to a crossroads. You gotta choose where you wanna be, and say you love me, but will you change for me? Baby, please, I don't wanna leave. Mama,
Oh, really? So yeah, how you doing today? What's up? This is your boy AD coming from Pusher Independent Podcast. We have here a talented, beautiful artist. She's a Billboard charting songwriter, a award-winning hip hop solo artist, a actress, music publisher, a serial entrepreneur, a mentor, a community leader, and a woman who has built an amazing legacy through music, business, and service. I want y'all to welcome the one and only Miss Storm to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, no, of course. Now we gonna talk about we saw your little friend there that you
You
had.
see my baby? Yeah, this is Coco. She's a spoiled brat. That's my 2-year-old. You see her? She's so spoiled. She don't let me do no interviews by myself.
Oh, so we're gonna talk about you what you got there, a Yorkie?
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
teacup Yorkie. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had a Yorkie. He passed away a couple of years ago. His name
Oh,
was
I'm so
Nibbles. So
sorry.
if I see somebody with a Yorkie, I'd be like, miss my homeboy.
How old did she live or he live to be?
He was about, I believe, 15.
Yeah, that's about, yeah. He lived a long life then. He lived a
Yeah.
good long life. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got blind and he couldn't run up the stairs and start running
Oh,
and stuff.
see, I'm
Yeah.
not looking forward to that part. That's the part I'm dreading. I know it
Yeah.
has to happen, but I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about I like to ask because where did the name Miss Storm come from?
Good question. I've been Miss Storm since I was about 14, 15 years old. It actually came from a group from my hometown. I was in a hip hop soul group called the X-Men. And I was Miss Storm, the first lady of the X-Men crew. And yeah, that was my name back then. And I just, growed into that and just carried it on up into my career. Every time I reinvented myself, I kept the name. The name
Uh,
stayed.
hey, you always keep that name. So I know that you do Southern Soul. Tell me how Southern Soul has evolved from, back in the day to what it is now.
Oh God, that is a great question. It has evolved from when I first got wind of Southern Soul when I was a young girl, when my grandparents was listening to it and stuff. It was more quartet, more gospel influenced. It really wasn't a lot of line dances, popping fans, and all of that. Now, baby, the modern day Southern Soul is a party. It's a riot. You be tired. It's exercise. We still drinking the moonshine. They was drinking moonshine back then with it too, but
Yeah.
we freaking the shine. Now we just adding twirls and fans. So
All right.
it's evolved in a major way. It's so beautiful to be a part of it in the beginning part of this transition that is, I've been doing Southern Soul for about 6 years now. It's not where I started, but it's what I've been doing successfully for the last 6 years. And it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So we're gonna start off, talking about you growing up in Warren, Ohio. What first made you fall in love with music?
Ooh, music has always been my favorite form of communication. I
Mhm.
sing when I'm cooking. I sing when I'm cleaning. I sing when I'm in trouble. I sing all the time. It's my favorite way to communicate. But it's also very therapeutic for me. Music has been my outlet. I come from Skid Row. I come from the projects. We didn't really have much growing up. And music has always been there for me. It's like always been my release.
So with that being, so let's talk about like the adversities and stuff that I guess got you into doing what you love.
Ooh, so the thing about Miss Storm is I talk about all my trials and tribulations in my music. It's kind of like what makes me who I am is just being real. And I've been through a lot. Miss Storm is a survivor. Like I said, I grew up really rough in the small town that I'm from. The small towns is where the big stuff go down, if you don't know.
Right.
So, I grew up in a very small town where it was a lot of, killing, a lot of drug, a lot of poverty, so the odds were against me from the beginning, and I just crawled my way out of each hole, every situation. I prayed and manifested my way out of every situation, and I've made songs about everything I've been through. Literally, it's how I've been my own therapist. Music has been my
Right.
counselor in a sense.
Yeah, because I noticed like even with I'm a drummer, so like it's good to like you can let off some steam.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't understand with musicians that they think that we're Superman and Superwoman where
Yeah,
you can't say no or you just can't. You just got to do everything, and if you can't do it, then it's like, oh, well, I can't believe you can't do this.
I can't
And
believe it. Trust me, I know.
so I look at like things that like artists go through where you out here you're independent, you're trying to push your own music. You're going through the pros and cons of people might, feel it. Some people might not.
Right.
How do you deal with like the diversity of like with that, and also the pros of people hearing your music and enjoying it?
Well, so let me start here. From the age of 16 up until about my 23rd, 24th birthday, I was homeless. And what I mean by homeless is I was literally taking the Greyhound bus to city, state to state, meeting the movers and shakers, going to the studios, going to meet the engineers, the producers, the musicians, the artists, and just introducing myself like, hi, my name's Miss Storm. I'm a writer. Can I write something for you? Hi, my name is
Right.
Storm. I'm a singer. Can I sing back? You looking for a soprano? Like I literally been out here grinding in the mud for almost 20 years, before I even got like my platinum plaque or before I started working with major artists and started getting respect from my peers in the industry. I had a lot of paying dues. I'm still paying dues, and I believe that being a creative that you should always be a student because this is a forever changing business. And it's just good to always be a vessel that's learning, always learning. That's my thing. I believe in being a student of life. So it's just about being optimistic, staying positive, and chasing your dream. If this is what you think about every day, you gotta. It's nothing. Nothing's going to stop you from thinking about it. You might as well go and pursue it. That's how I. That's how I operate.
I like that. I feel the same way. Uh,
Absolutely.
do you take moments to just sit back and just think about like the accomplishments? Because I know you have 10K streamers on YouTube. You've done a lot of work with a lot of heavy hitters. Your music is on everything. Shout out to my guy, 107.3 Jams, DJ
Hey,
Nice.
shout out to
Uh,
DJ Nice.
and so we be going back and forth in our own little personal chat, and we like, yo, like this song is fire, like, and I'll be like, yo, play it again, and so we be pushing it, but I wonder, like, and I ask a lot of artists this, like, do you ever sit back and just like through everything you've been through, just have a moment to breathe and just think about the accomplishments?
You know what's so funny? I Again, I'm a psychology major as well. So I think about my psychological way of reasoning for not doing that. When
Okay,
you come from nothing, and I do mean nothing, like, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch, dinner, no cakes for birthdays, I mean nothing. The last thing you want to do is ever go back to nothing.
right,
So I don't have the time, the way I'm set up here from what I've been through and the trials and trauma I've endured as a young child and into adolescence. I'm always going. So to answer your question, no, because it takes moments like these where I'm on these interviews, when I'm getting an interview on a magazine, or one of my family members will be like, "Baby, breathe. Look at what you've done. Look at," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, what's next?" 'Cause nigga, today is today. Tomorrow, yesterday was yesterday. Today. Yesterday was yesterday. We got to think about today and tomorrow. That's how I
right.
always. So I do encourage my students and people that listen to me to definitely take a moment and breathe, and celebrate your small wins. Celebrate all your wins. I absolutely do. But the way that I'm wired, I'm an overly ambitious person. So no, not really.
All right. So I guess my thing is like when people just coming to you in the street and just, hey, like, I like that song, or hey, I heard your music on the radio. Do you still feel the same way, or do you be like, hey, I'm just, or are you like flatlining across it, like, hey, I know it's okay, I'm on the radio, all right, that's cool. I still got more moves to make.
Oh, most definitely. I'm still got more moves to make, but that is what means the most to me. Like seeing the plaques and hearing it on the radio is awesome, but actually being somewhere and like people come up to me and be like, "Man, that song, like, man, that's my jam." Like that's what makes it all worthwhile for me. And a lot of times, ironically, because of the mixed genres of music that I dabble in, I've had people come to me and ask me to pray with them. I've had people come to me and just be like, when is the next march? When can I join? When can we get
Right,
down and start, aligning and everything. So I mean, it's just I have all people from different walks of life come to me with different things, and they all mean so much to me because it's like they're listening. As a creative, when we're creating, we're like, this gonna go, they ain't hearing what
right,
I'm saying. But when you get the fans or the listeners that really hear what I'm saying, and I'll
right.
be like, "You heard what I'm saying?" I'll be like, "What?" It'd be a shock. It'd be a shock.
Yeah, and I like I say, I like how you move out there in the game. A lot of people are, trying to do it like, the other way. You're a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
You're in the Southern soul game where you're just doing it how you feel. I see the energy in your posts. I feel the energy in your music. You support, and a lot of people don't even, when you give them stuff to even post for themselves, they don't post it.
I
So
get
people don't know.
that a lot. I don't know what that's about. Let me piggyback on that.
All right.
Ego is something that I don't condone. Again, it probably comes from having nothing, coming from nothing. Everything means so much to me, and I'm an empath, so I feel everything. If you're taking out an hour of your time, AD, to talk about little old Miss Storm from the projects and the Howler Homes in Warren, Ohio, and talk about my accomplishments, that means something. So
Right.
why wouldn't I reshare that? Why wouldn't I be proud about that and cross promote what you got going on with what I got going on? That's what it's about. It takes a team. It's unity over here. I believe in unity, in every aspect. So I hear that a lot though. Like, I'm surprised you reposted it. Like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, because sometimes I have shows, and sometimes people might,
either they don't repost their own show that they're even doing. And I tell people all the time, this is something that people can learn about you because
Absolutely.
as when I first started, one thing I learned was when you interviewing artists, we stereotype them because of their music.
Oh
And we
yeah.
think
Oh yeah.
oh well, because they put out some music and
Think
it's
you know
whatever.
them.
Like they're idiots, they're stupid,
Yeah.
they.
Yeah.
But then when you sit down and have these interviews, they're normal people just like you they're out here grinding, trying to make moves
Absolutely.
and all that. And so I learned a lot when doing these interviews that, everybody has their story, you don't usually hear it until you talk to artists. But a lot of
Right.
people they go through regular stuff like everybody else. They're out here trying to make moves.
We go
Um,
through more. We go through more because we have a calling, we have a gift, and we're fighting our own ego, and we're fighting, the world's opinions of us, and still trying to be heard and cut through the noise. We go through more than the average person. Let me be clear.
yeah, I agree.
I
Some
smile
people,
through it all. We smile through it all, take pictures, interview through it all, make music through it all.
yep, people don't see the part when you go home and you got to deal with life. Life smacks you in the
Like,
face at that point.
absolutely.
So we're gonna talk about the church and how the church played an important role in your
Yeah.
musical journey. How does singing in the church help shape your voice and artistry?
Oh my God. Everything about me is from the Lord. No, seriously, I've been singing since I was a little girl and I got my start in the gospel realm. As you probably know, I did tour briefly with Kirk Franklin and the family. That was a phenomenal experience. It was short lived, but God doesn't make any mistakes. A lot of my career, started from that point. But I've been
Right.
singing in the church since I was like 6 years old with all my heart and soul, because my grandmama told me that I need to go sing. But once I started singing and I started to get the reaction from the congregation and feel the energy and hear the hoops and hollers from the congregation, and I'm like, wow, is that coming from something I'm doing up here? Like just,
Right.
singing. And that's from that early age is when I knew from even to this day, I still get the same reaction 90% of the time when I open my mouth. And that's when I knew it was an anointing on me and that it was a calling that I had to see through no matter how dark and tough it might have got. That's when I knew, I knew early.
So with you being in the church, my question is, how did the church perceive you when you went on the secular side and started doing Southern Soul?
Oh. I, I don't really know how to answer that question. Nobody never asked me that before. To be honest with you, they know my heart. I've been Sister Howard since I was a little girl. They know my entire family is from the church. My family is all pastors and prophetess. That's who we are. We have a street named after us in my city because of our church. All my uncles are pastors and all of my aunts are prophetess, like literally. Like so when
Nice.
I say it's something that regardless of what I do, it's in me. It's who I am. So I don't think that they've ever turned their back on me. However, I have gotten the calls, like I got a song. I got I got a song called Lights Camera Action when I'm in a video with a guy and it's a sexual sensual song.
Right.
Oh my goodness. When that video dropped, baby, I had like 130 phone calls, like 20 messages. Like now don't let the Jezebel spirit of the industry get on you.
Oh man.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Good God Almighty, I'm a woman still. I can't talk about being a woman, and but the gospel, the Christian and gospel world is the most judgmental people. They judge you more than the secular people do. And so it's
Yeah.
something that you just get accustomed to and be like, bless their heart. Bless
Yep.
their heart.
I agree. I'm a drummer,
At
as
the
I said
church.
before, at the church, and
Mhm.
I played for rock bands,
Yeah.
R&B, and sometimes church people like even I've had rock artists like, how do you go from what made you play rock music when you go to church? I said pretty much it's the same thing. It's just,
It's the same thing.
y-
It's music. We're ministers of music, not ministers of a genre of music. We're ministers of music,
right.
Knows what Psalms was. Who
Right.
knows? We know what genre Psalms was.
Yep. I agree. You've been known as an incredible songwriter. So what usually comes first for you? The melody, the beat, or the lyrics?
The melody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could you explain why?
Well, it just depends. So it's not a cookie cutter situation with me when it comes to writing for myself or for other artists, especially other artists, because majority of the time when I'm writing for other artists, they'll tell me like, this is what's going on. We want to be in this box. This is what's, especially for major artists, because a lot of major artists don't have creative control. So they have to do with what's going on or, trends and all of that stuff. So, when those situations happen, I typically pair up with a producer or a team of producers or a band, whichever one is, they have a budget for. And we just come off with melodies. It's just melodies are easy because the hook is the most important part of the song. The hook is a
Right.
melody. Chorus, just like in church, it's a chorus. So I always start there and then build from the chorus out to the verses. I make the main conversation first, the melody and main conversation, and then I bring into the side conversations. That's how I operate for most other artists. Now, when
Okay.
it comes to myself, like Crossroad Bando, it definitely started off the same with Crossroad Bando. It was a melody. I was in the kitchen cooking, and I was thinking about I was letting the music play in my studio and I was in the kitchen cooking, listening to it. And I was just, like I was just thinking about my younger, young adult years and all the crazy, crazy, crazy stuff that I've done. My God, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But I was thinking about it, chuckling to myself, and I just started writing. It was just a conversation I was just having, and I started with the verse on that one and then got to the hook with that one. So no cookie cutter situation. It varies every time.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
makes a good songwriter in today's industry?
Oh, so Imma be all the way black and white frank with you. I don't think there are a lot of great songwriters right now in this industry. However, the ones that I do have a respect for their penmanship, like Tierra Whack, like Rhapsody, like Money Long, I think what makes them great is that they pull from a higher place than themselves.
Right.
I don't think that if you listen to Money Long songs, these are ballads these are like Whitney Houston time. What was her name? I think her name was Diane or whatever. But the writers then in that era really took time and painted a picture. They used imagery. It was, visionaries in the room. Now mass majority of the commercial music is just ABC. Is like catchy. Is trendy. It's not. It's microwave. It's not. You know. Thoroughly thought out and drawn. I think as a songwriter, our job is to paint a picture. So if you're in a room and if you're listening to my song, I need my
Mhm.
song to be able to change the whole atmosphere. Like, you should be at the crossroad with me when you listen to the Crossroad Band, or you should be able to see I'm in the kitchen cooking. You see him in the kitchen cooking.
Right.
You got an idea of what's going on. I'm bringing you into my world, and I
Yeah.
think is one of the major gifts of a songwriter. Is changing the atmosphere.
All right. I like that. Your writing is connected with major labels, including Universal, Def Jam, Motown, and Bad Boys. Were there a moment when you realized, wow, my songwriting is opening up major doors?
Um, eh, yes, yes. Okay, yes. Yes, not because of the songs though, because
Okay.
to be black and white frank with you, just to be honest with you, because we're gonna be candid, right?
Right.
The songs that I've won awards for other artists to me are mediocre. They're not songs that I would cut on myself. And I was ultimately shocked that the world gravitated the way that they did. The stuff that I'm sitting on and the stuff that hasn't been placed is so much more powerful and so much more necessary and so much doper to me than
Right.
what's been placed. However, so am I impressed with that part? No. But what has me look back and say, damn, this really happened is the execs I've worked with. They were like, man, Storm did this in 15 minutes. Like, this girl is bad. Like, just to get that type of homage and respect from them when they worked with the Teddy Rileys and the greats, that is the
Right.
part that I'd be like, wow, they respect my pen. But y'all didn't take the good songs.
They took what they wanted. I
Y'all
got you.
took what you wanted, but I didn't think they was great songs. But nonetheless, I ain't gonna discredit my work. Art is art. Art is subjective. So But to answer your question, yeah, when I'm in the room and I feel respected for what I do, that does make me be like, wow, I'm here in this room. I never thought I'd be in this room.
So I see that you've worked alongside some heavy hitters: Lil Wayne, Lil Kim, Trina, Jay Holiday, Wajif, uh,
Wyclef.
Wyclef Jean, Nick Cannon, Prime Mob, Day 26, Bone Thug and Harmony, Benny the Butcher, Bucci Collins. Which one? Which one lesson you learned from collaborating with artists at this level?
So let me also be clear about that. I haven't necessarily worked with all of those artists.
Okay,
I've toured with all of those artists. I've typically been, again, remember I was telling you I was moving from city to city, introducing
right.
myself. They'd be like, okay, throw this, this girl is hungry. Throw her on the stage. So they would
Okay,
throw me on the tours and I would be like the opening act when they were going on city to city. I would just be with them doing the opening act. But I have worked with some of them too. Um,
okay.
but what was the question? I just want to make sure that was clear.
So what have you learned from? I guess so. I guess I would say either collaborating or opening up for the artists at the level that you've done.
What
Um,
I what I've taken away from working with every single one of them is one thing that's the common denominator. They all have a team. It's not just them,
right,
regardless if it's just them on the stage, them with the microphone, them in the limelight. They have a team. And that's the one thing that's always kept me, I felt like, not to where they were, because I was by myself all the time. All the time. It's just me and my suitcase, me and my
right.
little duffel bag. Like, hey, it's me. This is what I do. This is what I bring to the table. Give me a shot. And they did every time, every single time. And it opened up a lot of doors. But to answer your question, every single person, I was on tour with Lil Wayne when he was a teenager. I
Right.
was a teenager. He was a teenager. Toya still had the afro. You remember that?
Yep.
Okay. This was before he blew up big. And even then, I promise you, Lil Wayne was probably the most humblest young man I've ever worked with to this date. I mean, he opened the doors. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Just respect level on. It made me feel so comfortable being around him and his team, and they loved on each other. Like we all seen the kisses and all that, but they truly loved on each other. And I knew then that when I got to that point, I wanted a team that was tight and knit like that, and we love on each other, and we a family because that's what kept them going and relevant all these years.
The-
Teamwork.
so do the parents writing differently depends on who you're writing for?
Say that again.
Do you approach writing differently depending on who you're writing for?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely not a cookie cutter situation. I mean, sometimes I stay with the artist for a week just to get a feel for their life and what they're going through. Sometimes I have them on the phone with me while I'm recording. Like, okay, what you where when I tell you every situation is different. Not one is the same.
All right. So you in 2010 you launched Eric Eric Ear Candy
Ear
Productions.
candy.
So tell everybody what inspired your decision to launch the production company, and yeah, so tell us what your decision was.
Good question. So, what struck that nerve there was again going from city to city, meeting so many different nonprofit organizations that were doing stuff in the your metro cities and stuff for the youth and stuff like that. And I came across a girl in Columbus, Ohio by the name of April Diller. We call her AD. Shout out to my homegirl, AD Ear Candy in the stage. I met her, and that's how I got the opportunity actually to work with Bootsy Collins is through her. She was the manager of a company, a small nonprofit company in Columbus, Ohio called Stars, STARZ, I believe, Stars Entertainment. And this girl was so phenomenal to me. She was like Missy Elliott before Missy Elliott to me. She was a producer, a rapper, a singer, a manager. She was patient with the students and stuff. And I said, man, like I want to work with you. And me and her started Ear Candy together in 2010. We left Ohio, moved to Georgia, and after that, music just started getting placed. I mean, people just started. It was just destiny. It was destiny how we met. It was destiny for us to connect. I had a set of skills that she didn't have, and she had a
Mhm.
set of skills that I didn't have. I don't touch no keys. I don't produce at all. But she is like a studio rat. She don't like to be in the limelight. She don't like to do all the converse, and I do all that. So it's like when we put our powers together. It was just, yeah, it's been magic ever since.
That's
And
good
you
that you
know,
found somebody to work with like that.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, yes. And yeah, we started Ear Candy. It started off as a writing team. We first started off as a writing team because I was already getting placements. She was already getting placements with, artists on rosters on the labels and stuff. So we put our ideas together. We opened up the Ear Candy Productions writing team. And then we met a guy by the name of Charlie Mack out of Vegas. And he was like, he hipped us to sync licensing and told us first we put music in his library and his catalog, and we was making like every week a new song was getting placed somewhere. And I was like, you know what? After I found out how lucrative that side was, I said, I think we need to add this into our repertoire. So now we became the writing camp and then a sync license company. And then we started meeting artists who didn't understand publishing, who was writing, was, getting music out there, getting spins, and they didn't have their publishing, they didn't own their publishing. So then we became a publishing company and started doing consulting and teaching other people how to get all the money on the back end for their music. So it just evolved like a snowball into what it is today.
Alright. So, what you saying that, like, what advice would you give to indie artists out here that's starting out, that's trying to get their name out here? And I know as being an indie artist, you pretty much putting your own money into your own
Oh
product.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And sometimes you might get discouraged as well too. So, like, what advice would you give somebody that came to you and said, "Hey, I wanna get started in the music game"?
Again, I can give you a general, bit of information, but it's not a cookie cutter situation because as a creative, most creatives are all at different levels. No creative is at the same place in their career. So if I was talking to an artist that literally was starting from nothing, had no PRO, didn't know what any of the, sound exchange or any of the ISRC coding or any of that stuff was, then I would tell them to sit down with me. We'll have a consultation and I would walk them through what every single thing meant and why it's important for them to have it, from setting up their copyrights with the Library of Registration, from their PRO to all of the different entities that get them paid. I would explain it to them and see if they wanted to keep on going because after you get past the creative part and you get to that part, a lot of
Yeah,
people get discouraged. Like I have probably about 24 artists on retainer that have me on retainer just to do that stuff for them because they don't want to do it. It's not
right.
even that they just don't want to do it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot
Yeah,
of work. So it depends on where they're at in their career. But but just a general statement to all artists that's listening and that wants to get into this thing and they're not where they want to be, remember why you started. Let that be the motivation. Let that be the fuel. If you started because this is something that brings you joy, if you started because this is therapeutic for you, like it is for me, if you started because you just want to be rich and take care of your family, whatever it is that is your why, let that constantly be at the forefront of your mind so that you can keep pushing because this shit get hard. It's not easy. It's
true.
not easy. I've been homeless. I've cried. I've lost friends. I've lost family. I've lost more than most people, a lot. And I'm still here, still smiling, still doing the music thing, still ain't got a million followers, but I love what I do. It's who I am, and
Right.
you got to make sure that that's who you are. Because if it's, if you're looking for a fast situation, nine out of 10 artists has been doing music 5 to 10 years before you ever heard of them.
True. Okay.
So, just have your why. Have your why.
Alright. So you have your music, I guess, licensed with Netflix? I wanna get the information right, so I don't wanna be out here giving wrong
Yes,
information.
that is correct. That is
BET,
absolutely correct.
BET, Tubi, Bounce TV, Subway, and Planet Fitness?
And so many more.
Alright. How do you feel hearing your work reach audiences around the world?
Tired of hearing that shit.
No, you're not.
Man, let me not say that, God. Don't take my blessings, Lord, because that's how I eat. Okay, that's how I eat.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. Like I have had music in films, video games, commercials, retail stores, answering services since 2010. This is 2026. That's 16 years. I've
Yeah.
been hearing my That's 16 years. I've been hearing old songs that I've evolved from, like some of the ones you was playing when you clicked on. I've evolved. I've evolved. I've rebranded. You know, I've shed, and a lot of those songs aren't. You know, they're not my best work anymore. So I have to still
Right.
hear them. I still have to hear them. And I'll be like, damn it, that song. And I'm like, that ain't mixed right at all. If we knew that,
Uh,
it was different. We were working on New Window then. You remember New Window? A lot of songs that are placed were New Window. But it's been a blessing, man. When I tell you sync licensing has saved my life, like, God, I can't even give God enough praise for that. And I don't talk about it a lot, mainly because I don't want to be bombarded with a lot of people trying to ask me to help them do it
yeah.
because it's about relationships. People can
Right.
get on this. Let me just say this. People get on this Instagram and they get on this Facebook and they get on this TikTok and they doing classes and seminars and they holding courses and they charging y'all these courses. Man, listen to me. Don't get into them damn courses.
Yeah. I agree.
Telling you, this is about relationships. And I have relationships with BET. I have relationships with Marvel and all that. And it took lots of years of, consistency and knowing your shit because I had one situation that it one and done. I had an artist that I put her music in my catalog. I trusted that she had all of her stuff right. She did not. We had to take the music out of a major film that pushed the film back and lots of money was lost. I don't
Right.
deal with everybody when it comes to that because if I put my name on it, this is ruining a relationship that I've built over the last 10 years. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I don't talk about it a lot, but it's not just cut and dry like, oh, send me your song. I'm gonna go ahead and place it in there. I mean, there are some circumstances when, one of these instructors or some one of these, I call them social media teachers or whatever, have relationships with music supervisors and they can kind of slide it in there. But
Right.
majority of the time, that's not the case. There is a brief. There's particular stuff that they're looking for, and it has to be what they're looking for, and all the back end stuff has to be complete. A's from like top to bottom, T's crossed, I's dotted, because a lot of people's names and reputations and businesses are on the line when you're dealing with sync license, you
Right.
know. So yeah, hope I answered that question.
Yes, you did. And when this interview goes out on a podcasting platform, hope everybody who
They
listens
gonna
to
be
it.
so mad at me. They gonna be so mad at
Nah,
me.
they need this help. They definitely some of them need this
Call
help
my phone.
because even when we doing music reviews and stuff, I tell people all the time like if you want to hear your music, be on there because you have no excuse. I mean, the ones who's really seriously doing it, we post them and we're like, hey, there's a review at
Okay.
this time. Then we gotta
Okay.
go back and replay your song because you walked back in, "Hey, somebody told me my song's played," but it is what it is. If
Now,
I'm
in
one
my
of the person.
defense, I know I missed it a few times because I be doing shows. I actually supposed to be at a show right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it there tonight. But
What
yeah,
time your show start?
I don't know. 10 o'clock. It's more or less a panel type situation. So I might do one song just to kind of like let the other artists hear my song, but I don't know. It's one
Okay.
of them situations.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking out your time to
Absolutely.
talk to,
Absolutely. We
little
talking
time
about
like
Miss
myself.
Song.
Yeah, of course. We gonna do that. I have also, after doing research, found that you are also the founder of the Eminem Foundation, Moving Mountains.
Yes.
What inspires you to create it?
Oh man, again, my childhood, not having a lot of mentors, where I was from growing up and just being on Skid Row and coming from a place of poverty where there wasn't a lot of hope. There wasn't a lot of people to show me like, it's opportunities out here to lift me up and encourage me. So growing up that way, when I got older myself and I'm making moves and making a name for myself, I'm like, you know what? I want to be the one to pour back into my community and not just my community, but other communities because all of the urban communities have children with amazing gifts with no one to push them and lift them up. And that's, I believe is a part of my calling ultimately.
Okay. Your music blends hip hop, soul, emotion, real life experiences. In your own words, how would you describe your sound?
Miss Storm makes music for people who fall down and get back up. Miss Storm makes survival music. Miss Storm reminds her listeners that you can be gritty and still graceful. Grit and grace, baby. Grit and
Right.
grace.
All right. So we gonna do some. We're gonna ask you a couple, little fun facts, so your fans and supporters can get to know you a little better.
Oh, Lord.
So these some rapid fire questions. So favorite studio snack?
Favorite studio snack?
Yeah.
Welch's gummies.
You a big kid, I see. Say,
Yeah.
I'm a
Don't ever
sour patch.
lose that. Don't
I'm a
ever lose.
sour patch guy
I
myself.
love Sour Patch.
All right. Okay. Shout out to the gummies. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
All right. Morning or night?
Night.
A favorite city you performed in?
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Okay.
I love the golf.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I need to take a trip there myself.
Oh, you have.
Dream. I know. I need to get out of DMV sometime. Uh, and here's some of y'all do y'all thing down where y'all at. So I'm gonna have to put that on my list as well.
Yes.
Dream collaboration.
Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be between me and T-Pain or me and Molly Music.
Oh, I like either one of them.
Man, Molly Music to me is I love Molly Music. T-Pain is too. T-Pain
Yeah.
too. But Molly Music, my God. My God.
All right. Favorite album of all time.
Beyonce's, which one is it? Yeah, yeah, you got me speechless. Her debut, Beyonce's debut solo project.
Okay. All
I
right.
can't, Speechless, is it called Speechless? No. Dangerously in
Uh,
Love, maybe?
the one with the blue cover. I think it was.
Yeah, it had a blue cover, and I think she got
Yeah.
like a silver thing on. Yes, that
Yeah.
album, my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. She had some good hits off that one right
Oh
there.
my God. Mm.
Favorite movie.
Vanilla Sky.
Okay. Favorite quote.
Love everyone who looks like you hard, no matter what. And that is my quote.
Love it. One thing fans don't know about you.
Crazy as hell. No, 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 no. Let me word that a little better. One thing fans don't know about me is that I pray a lot
Okay.
because I sin and I believe in repenting. And I
Mm.
pray for myself and others a lot. When I'm quiet, most of the time I'm in prayer. Pray a
All
lot.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Keep me in your prayers as well. Uh,
Absolutely.
3 words that describe you.
Unique, bold, ambitious.
All right. I love it. Explain. Well, I want you to talk about that though. Like, what made you say that? Then?
Those 3 words?
Yes.
Because I'm unique, bold, and ambitious. No,
All right.
no.
Nah,
I've been hearing I've been hearing what's going on in the world in the music game for years, and I've been working with a lot of people in the music game for years, and these are 3 words that I've been described from other people to myself, and I'm starting to believe them.
got you. Because you're doing good work out here. So I say like just you don't want to take your moment, but take your moment to just reflect on what you're doing out here because you're doing things that a lot of people wish they could be doing, or they wish they could be in reading your bio. They wish they could be in these places where they're doing what you're doing, and they're trying to figure out how can I do it,
Yeah.
and you're doing it. So once when you get a moment, just take that moment just to reflect on
I
all your
appreciate it.
all your
I'm gonna take this
accomplishments.
fight.
Because you're not just out here like some of these artists out here. You got music out, you doing things, you got extensive bio and all that. So just take those moments when you have some free time just to be like, hey, you doing it.
I appreciate that. You hear that, Bunny? I'm doing it. You hear that? Bunny said, I don't give a damn. Look at
Yeah,
Bunny. Bunny, like, look, I'm ready for you to get over here and rub my belly.
oh yeah, yeah. That's how my mom was. She used to rub him, and then next thing I knew,
Rub and rub, my little baby. Yeah.
yeah.
But no,
So
I truly understand what you're saying, and I appreciate your encouragement and support, brother. That means more than you know. And I definitely am. I feel like I just gotta keep going. I'm
yeah,
not saying I'm not celebrating, but I just can't stop now.
got you. I understand that. So what's next for you?
Oh Lord. Well, right now I'm working on a book about
Okay,
my life. I think I'm calling it Stages, and it's gonna basically talk about all the stages of my life, right?
okay,
And I'm also in the process of getting a tour bus studio for Moving Mountains Foundation so that I can get on the road with Moving Mountains Foundation and go to city like I used to as a young girl, trying to pursue my dream to help others pursue their dream. So I'm really just trying to transition over into full mentorship mode. I want to give back. I want to use all these contacts that I've accumulated over 20 years that's in my
right.
phone that hit me up if you need something. Okay, now here I need something. I want you to help this little brother over here, and I want to give back. I want to give back before I leave here. That's like ultimately what I'm positioning myself to do, while still simultaneously releasing an album because I still don't have an album out. I only have singles out, and that's because I'm sort of a perfectionist. So I'm like, oh, they ready. Oh, they ready. Oh, they this. Oh, this ain't. But I am going to release an album, and it's going to be an amazing body of work that I hope my fans and listeners appreciate. But ultimately, I'm trying to, shift gears into building my staff, my team, my tribe to help others. That's what it's all about with me.
All right. And I also want when you drop because it was one single you had. I think you sent my man Monday.
All night long.
Yeah, I need that.
Oh, you ain't got that.
No, I ain't got that. I ain't get that one.
Oh, we got to get you that.
All right. So so couple things before we close out. One is tell everybody where they can find you at. How can people stream your music? How can artists connect with Ear Candy Production? And how can people support the Eminem Foundation?
Yes, thank you so much. So you can follow me everywhere on social media at the number one MISSSTORM. That's one Miss Storm on all platforms. And you can email Ear Candy Productions if you want to do a consultation, if you want resources about publishing, songwriting, anything that I dabble in. You can reach out to me at EARKANDI Productions with an S. That's Ear Candy Productions at gmail.com. And if you want to contribute to anything I'm doing with the Moving Mountains Foundation, please reach out to me at the Moving Mountains Foundation at gmail.com as well.
All right. Okay. So, Miss Storm, we thank you so much for spending this hour with us.
Yeah,
Your story proves that success isn't just about talent, it's about faith, hard work, ownership, purpose, giving back, and never forgetting where you came from.
that's
Well,
right.
I want to congratulate you on everything you've accomplished, and I'm excited to see where your journey continues to take you. To everybody, keep listening. Be sure to stream Miss Storm's music. Follow her on all social platforms. Make sure to support Air Candy Productions, support the Eminem Foundation, and also continue to support independent music right here on Pusher Indie Podcast and Luxury Lyrical Lux FM. This is your boy AD, and this has been another edition of Indie Spotlight. Until next time, keep supporting the indie artists.
Had to put my 2 cents in there.
All right. I
Well,
appreciate I appreciate you. I thank you for taking your time out to interview with me. It means a lot to me.
likewise. Thank you for having me. And don't be a stranger. Don't hesitate to reach out. And where are you at? Where are you located?
DMV,
I
DC.
get so much love in the DMV, man. I gotta get out there with y'all.
Yeah, I need you to come out here so we can get some show set up or something. So
Yes.
um
How is the Southern Soul scene out there in the DMV?
so we got a lot of them do a lot of pretty much
Trail ride is
what can I
anything like?
Well, so it's a lot of they do a lot of Southern soul here, but the thing is they do a lot of things as well.
Okay,
So
got you.
yeah, so pretty
Yeah,
much
I
they
gotta
they
get
do that
my
a
way.
little bit of
If
that
you
too.
know, if you're familiar with any of the promoters out there that's throwing the Southern Soul things and stuff, please connect me with them because this is like my fourth radio interview in the last 3 months in the DMV. I get so much love. I'm in a publication out there. I think it's the Fleet DJs that got me in rotation out there, the DMV
Yeah,
DJs. Yeah, so I'm loving that. I gotta get out there while I'm getting a buzz out there. It's time.
yeah, we gotta get you out here. So we need to talk to your
Absolutely.
manager, and I need to find a spot that I can get you out here, and then get one of the people, one of my artists out here in DMV that can open it up, and then you do your show.
I already got one. I got 2 clients that's DMV. You know who Hakeem Romance is?
I heard the name.
Yeah, he's an R&B brother out there, but he's doing his thing out there. He's one of my clients. He's he's one of my ear candy clients, and he always be like, "You got to get out here." So he would definitely be a great opener for me. Yes,
Okay,
yeah, and he
all
got a
right.
couple
If you can,
of quick.
yeah, if you can, point him my way so me and him can
Sure
talk.
will. I sure will. All right. Well, you be safe out there. Is it hot out there?
Oh yeah, it's hot as hell out here. I
Ooh,
where you at?
it's like 110.
You at where you at? Louisiana or Texas?
I'm in Atlanta. I'm in
Oh, you in
Georgia.
Atlanta? Oh,
Yes.
oh yeah.
It got up
Ooh.
to 110 this week. Like, that's crazy. That's record breaking high. That's unreal.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you just chilling, huh?
Oh my God. That's why I'm like, I'm supposed to be on this panel tonight going to this show. But baby, it's what, 10 o'clock? What time is it?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and it's still 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Finna passed out out there. Mm-hmm.
But all right. Well, we're gonna let you go ahead and do your thing. And I appreciate, and we're gonna be in contact. Send your
Yes,
music to
thank
me.
you too.
All right.
Okay. Hey,
All right, take
bye-bye.
care. Bye bye.